Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm going to be doing some more cockpit upgrades to this guy, and what I'm going to do today is get rid of these blip shifters, they're called, because they totally get in my way from my hands and putting lights and stuff on the bars. So I'm going to get rid of these, and my plan is to simply, as you can see, there's a wire here coming out of it on each side, and it goes under the bar tape, plugs into the shifter, and then it communicates wirelessly to the derailleurs there and there. So my plan is to simply unwrap the bar tape to here and then unplug the wire for each side. That's my plan. Hopefully I don't ruin bar tape when I'm doing it, so I just want to unwrap it, unplug it, wrap it back up, and put a new piece of finishing tape there. Hopefully that'll do the trick, and I don't ruin the adhesive on here, but I think I'll be okay. I do have some backup bar tape in case I ruin it, so let me get set up and we'll do this quick little change. Okay, well, unfortunately my external mic wasn't plugged in or something, so my voice is not going to match my bass there, so bear with me here. So here we are. This is kind of the reasons I want to get rid of those blip shifters. You can see me trying to fit my hands in there. They kind of get in the way of my hands, and that's where I like to put my front light when I'm riding, and it gets in the way of that button on the right. So I want to get rid of those things. And for me, it's just as easy to reach up and hit the shifters. And I've used it like that, where I'm indicating with my thumbs there while I'm climbing, and I guess it's convenient, but unnecessary in my opinion. I just rather have no clutter there. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to undo the bar tape and unplug them and take them off. So doing it really carefully here. I don't want to rip the tape. So I'm just unraveling it, taking care not to tear it or anything. Another thing I was worried about is when I took the tape off that the brake line would fall out, but as you'll see in a minute here, that was not the case, because whoever put this together in the first place put lots of tape on. Not the bar tape, but the tape underneath, you'll see. So you only need to unravel it up until where it plugs in, which is right beneath the hood there, which I'm just unveiling right now. So if we look back on the other side, on these SRAM Red shifters, there are actually two ports up here on the left there, right above the red is where the current button plugs in, so the wire comes out the button. It's kind of bunched up underneath here and it's taped on. And then there it is, plugged in on the top. On the bottom of that right plug, sorry, the red plug is kind of a dummy plug. So all I need to do is unplug it and then unwrap the rest of the tape to get the rest of the wire out, and then we can take the whole thing off. So there I have unplugged the shifter, and like I said, underneath the bars there, that taped up the kind of remainder of the length. There's several different lengths. I believe there's 3 different lengths for installing at different distances from the shifter. All I'm doing now is unraveling this black tape, and this is where I was worried about the right brake line falling out, but lo and behold, that was just a bunch of extra black tape, which I'm going to set to the side and save. And then this white tape here is what held up the bunch of wire for the button. So as you can see here, when I'm taking it off, there is the wire. So good news is my brake line was still taped up. So whoever built this put tons of tape on, which is good for me. So now we're all set. All I need to do is unbolt the little button, got the cable out, unplugged, and it's ready to just take right off. So there we go. We're -1 button on the right side. I went smoother than I thought. Like I said, happy that the brake line is still taped up. Don't have to redo that. I just need to do it on the other side. But first, gotta wrap the bar tape back around. So that's just a simple, typical bar tape installation. Pull it nice and tight. Not too tight so you rip it, but nice and tight so it's nice and snug with no bunches underneath. And just wrap it on up. By the way, if you were installing buttons, you could use the same type of procedure. except when the tape is undone, that's when you would put the button on, plug it in, and then wrap it back up. So I'm taking it off, but if you were wanting to install it, just kind of follow this sort of the reverse order of operations. So fishing off there with a nice new piece of tape, and it turned out really good. I was really happy with how it turned out, nice and smooth. As you can see there, I got nice real estate for my hand or my light, and I just got to get the left side off. So just like the right side, gonna take the left one off. Same procedure, unwrap it, unplug, and then wrap the tape back up. So again, pretty happy with how it turned out. Looks just like a factory install, if you will, just with no button in my way now. So very happy with that. Let's move over to the left side. Alright, so tape off, unplugged. Go ahead and undo that bolt. A little screw there and take off the left side button. Alright. And bye-bye other blip shifter button. And all I gotta do now is wrap this side up just like the other side, and I am good to go. Okay, there we go, all wrapped up. Put a nice new piece of tape on here, pull it nice and tight. Don't want that to come unraveled on you. Nice and snug, squish it down, and all nicely finished off. Of course, gotta roll the hood back down, and then it is complete. Went smoother than I thought, pretty happy with it. Nice, got a lot of space in there for my hands. As you can see, buttons have been removed. And now I have room for my hands in here like this, and my light, which will now fit well back over in that area. So yeah, really happy how it turned out. It went smooth as could be. No problems, didn't tear the tape. Now I have room for my hands in there like the ride sometimes. So yeah, thumbs up to that. So let's over to the bench, of course, and weigh them. Not going to be much, of course, so let's see, put it into grams. Here's the little bundle of buttons. Let's see what it weighs. Looks like it's about 26 grams, so not a tremendous amount by any means, but I'm more excited that it got rid of the clutter up in front. Now I got room for my hands and lights, no clutter, no unnecessary buttons, plenty of space. Very happy with how it turned out. So thanks for watching and enjoy your ride.